Okay, hello everyone. I welcome you all for this a particular session. So today we'll be seeing the different formulas which will be used for solving the gear problems. So we need to remember these formulas in order to solve any given problem on gears. Okay. So first and the foremost thing, we'll just write down the uh, different formulas here. First one will be the just the nomenclature here. So pitch circle radius is basically denoted as r. Okay, so it is basically denoted as r. So next we will be studying about the base circle radius. Second will be the base circle radius, which is given as r cos phi. R cos phi here. Okay, so we can write it as r cos phi. So phi is nothing but the pressure angle. Nothing but the pressure angle. Okay, so these are the different formulas we need to remember. First we need to remember the bit circle radius, that will be given as r. So base circle radius is given as r cos phi, where phi is the pressure angle. What is pressure angle? I'll be uh, telling you in the coming classes. Okay, so I'll be just drawing the gear. It is nothing but it is a angle which is being measured by the pitch circle here. Okay, so if I have a pitch circle radius, so or a pitch circle, so because with respect to pitch circle, if I draw a tangent at a point, so whatever the angle is made by that tangent, we call that as the pitch circle, the pressure angle. Okay, so next comes the a term called as module. Okay, so term comes as the module, so we'll name it, designate it as m, which is basically given as the ratio of the pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth. Okay, pitch circle diameter to the number of teeth. Okay, so we know that here we can also find out the pitch circle radius formula also. We know that r is nothing but d by 2. So if I substitute here, I can get r is equal to m t by 2. If sometimes if they give module and number of teeth, you can find out the pitch circle radius also. Okay, so next comes the one more parameter which we had studied, which we call it as circular. Okay, we call it as circular pitch. So which is basically given as pi into m. M is nothing but the module of the gear. Okay, so next we'll be talking about the two different parameters. Basically it is three parameters. One is called as path of approach, one is called as path of recess, and one more is called as length of point of path of contact. So these are the three important formulas which we will be studying. So first we'll be seeing the fifth. In that we'll be studying a, that is path of approach. Path of approach. So we'll basically give it as we can remember this formula. This is r square a minus r square cos square phi raised to the power 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2 into minus r sine phi, r sine phi. Okay, so this is a formula for the length path of approach. Okay, so the next comes the path of recess. Okay, path of recess. So this formula remains same, but only we will be using the small letters. So r square a minus r square cos square phi raised to 1 by 2 minus r sine phi, r sine phi. Okay, so this is called as path of approach and path of recess. So we can write it as path of approach as the PL and path of research as KP, or you can keep the short form however you want. Okay, so total, the addition of these will be the length of path of contact. So if I just see length of, okay, length of path of contact, length of path of contact, this will be I'll be taking the length of contact as the short form as LPC, that is length of path of contact, so which will be given as PL plus KP, PL plus KP. So if you just substitute the values, what you will be getting here is, you will be getting r square A minus r square cos square phi is to 1 by 2 minus, so we will be adding here, so this will be plus, it will be r square A minus r square cos square phi raised to 1 by 2, okay, minus, okay, it will be r plus r sine phi. Okay, so I'll be telling you the different terminologies which is being used here. Is, you can just see is it is r's, okay, it is r suffix a here, r suffix a. If you observe here, r suffix a, so r suffix a is nothing but the addendum radius. So if you have observed while I was taking the nomenclature or the gear terminologies, so you had addendum radius as well as dedendum radius. So addendum radius will be this, okay, and this will be the pitch circle radius. So you know, you are just observing that there are two terminologies, one is capital R and one is small r. So whenever a gear comes in contact, so if I just take here, okay, whenever a gear comes in contact with each other, there will be two gears, one will be a smaller gear and one will be a bigger gear. Okay, so this smaller gear I will be calling the radius as capital R, this will be the small r. So its addendum radius I will be calling it as RA or capital A, this I will be calling it as small a. Is it clear? So there are two different gears, when they come in contact, one will be a bigger gear and one will be a smaller gear here. Okay, so this will be called as length of path of contact. So length of path of contact is nothing but the addition of path of approach and path of recess. So we will be writing this as the values. So we can also calculate these RA. I have the formulas, I will be just sharing that. Okay, so this is about the length of path of contact. See, you have derivation for this, but the derivation is there for self study. Okay, so only I am just extracting the formulas here and just presenting here. Okay, so next comes the next formula. The next formula comes as so before doing that, we'll take one more thing. Okay, so we'll be taking one more thing here, that is the called as maximum path of contact. So we'll be calling it as maximum path of contact. I'll just share that. Okay, so this is only the path of approach. If I want a maximum path of approach, if I want here only maximum path of approach, maximum path of approach, so that will be given as r sine alpha, so r sine phi. So maximum, so you can call this as maximum length of path of approach, this is maximum length of path of recess, which is given as capital R sine phi, capital R sine phi. Okay, so these are the different formulas you need to remember. So next one will be your, okay, which will be calling it as length of arc of contact. Okay, that will be length of arc of contact, length of arc of contact, which is basically given as LAC, which is basically given as LAC. It is nothing but LPC divided by cos phi. LPC divided by cos phi. It is, what is LPC is, it is the length of path of contact, which we have already written here. So if I divide it by cos phi, I will be getting the value of the length of arc of contact. Okay, so next we will be dealing with another two formulas, that will be what will be addendum, how to calculate the value of addendum here. So we'll be just seeing that how to calculate the value of addendum. So addendum, so we'll call it as addenda on of pinion. So pinion is nothing but whichever is the smaller gear, will be taking it as a pinion. Okay, so it will be module into number of teeth on pinion upon number of teeth on gear into 1 plus number of teeth on gear upon number of teeth on pinion plus 2 sorry, into same thing plus 2 sine square. So this I can take it as flower bracket sine square phi raised to 1 by 2 minus 1. So this will be the value of addenda of pinion. So similarly we will be doing it for eighth one, addenda of wheel, or you can write it as gear, addenda of wheel, or you can write it as gear. So we will be writing it as m into number of teeth on gear, sorry, this is divided by 2, this is divided by 2, not tg, this is divided by 2, m upon tg divided by 2, you will be getting same thing 1 plus here Tp divided by Tg into Tp divided by Tg plus 2 sine square phi. Okay, so this will be 1 by 2 raised to the minus 1. Okay, so this is the addenda of pinion and addenda of wheel. Okay, you need to remember all these formulas here in order to solve the gear problem. So finally we will be having one more particular parameter, that is sliding velocity. Okay, so you can write it as sliding velocity. So sliding velocity, okay, sliding velocity at engagement. Okay, so sliding velocity at engagement is basically given as omega 1 plus omega 2 into path of approach, path of approach. Okay, similarly sliding velocity at disengagement, is given as omega 1 plus omega 2 into path of recess, okay, path of recess. So these are the formulas which we need to remember here. Okay, which we need to remember. Okay, so this is pitch circle radius, which is given as r. So base circle radius is given as r cos phi, where phi is the pressure angle, m is the module. So module is basically given as d by t, where r, if I take r is equal to d by t, d by 2, okay, or d is equal to 2r if I take it. So we can get the formula for the pitch circle radius. Then we have a circular pitch which is given as pi m. Then we have path of approach, so we call it as PL. Path of recess, we call it as KP. So these are the two different formulas. So if I combine them, I'll be getting length of path of contact. So then if I want to know what is the maximum length of approach and what is the maximum length of recess, it will be given as r sin phi and r capital R cos phi, sin phi. So length of arc of contact is given as LPC, that is length of point of contact divided by cos phi. If in the problems, if they ask addenda of a pinion, so we basically write it as m into number of teeth on pinion divided by 2, 1 plus tg by tp plus tg by tp plus 2 into sine square acre. Okay, so here this is a multiplication factor here which is multiplying with respect to this, and minus 1 has to be considered. So this will be the things, and finally sliding velocity of on at engagement and sliding velocity at disengagement has to be considered. Okay, so these are the things which we need to know here. One more thing, we'll be just giving an overview about the what we call it as the contact ratio. Okay, contact ratio. So this is called as contact ratio. So if we talk about the contact ratio, so what is contact ratio means, if I take two gears, okay, for example, this is made up of 30 mm gear, and this is made up of 3 mm. Okay, for example, you can take it as 30 centimeter and 30 mm. So whatever the radius of a bigger radius is there, we call that as a gear. Okay, or and whatever the smaller radius is there, we call it as pinion. Okay, so now tell me, if for example, if I have if this gets in connected with respect to this, so if this rotates one complete rotation, it rotates one complete rotation, so what will be the rotation of this particular case? So it is a 30 mm diameter gear. If it rotates one complete rotation, this will be rotating 10 complete rotation. 10 complete rotation. Okay, so because there is a ratio, so there is a diametrical ratio, this is 30, so its circumference will be quite bigger while traveling. So if it is traveling 30, this is the circumference which we will be calling it as pi d. So if I take the circumference here, sorry, or 2 pi r, that is same thing, pi d. So if I take it, the circumference it has to cover is more. Here the circumference it is covering is very less. So when it is trying to complete one complete rotation, this will be having 10 complete rotation, which means that this gear will be moving slowly compared to this particular case. So if I take the radius d of this is a gear, or this is gear and this is pinion, if you take it, so if I take dg upon dp, so what will be the ratio here? It will be the reverse case. So the ratio will be the reverse case, omega 2 upon omega 1. Omega 2, omega 1 will be this, omega 2 will be this. So dg by dp, if I take, it will be the reverse of omega 2 upon omega 1. Okay, so similarly, so which means that diameter is inversely proportional to the angular velocity. Diameter is inversely proportional to the velocity. So more the diameter, lesser will be the velocity when it comes in engagement. Lesser the diameter, it will have a more the angular velocity. So similarly, if I assume the teeth here, so which gears will be having more teeth? Of course, the bigger gear will be having more teeth compared to the smaller gear. So for that case, the ratio will be diameter is directly proportional to teeth. So it will be Tg by Tp. Tg by Tp. So which means that omega 1 here is the angular velocity of gear, omega 2 is angular velocity of pinion, which is a smaller compared to this. Okay, so this is called as the gear ratio, or we call it as the contact ratio. So through this relationship we can find out different the diameters, the angular velocities, and the number of teeth here. Is it clear? Okay, so next we'll be starting a problem on this. So just take a problem. Okay, so this is a problem definition which we will be studying. A pair of 20-degree full depth involute spur gears having 30 and 50 teeth respectively of module 4 mm are in mesh. Okay, the smaller gear rotates at 100 rpm. Find the sliding velocity at engagement and disengagement of a pair of a teeth. Okay, so this is the problem definition which they have given. So next in that case what they have done is, that is a 20-degree full length involute gear, means 20-degree will be the pressure angle. Okay, and number of teeth they have given us very less number of teeth, and very compared to that more bigger number of teeth, more number of teeth have been given, and it has a module of 4 mm. Okay, so the smaller gear rotates at 100 rpm. So first we will be writing the given data here. So solution, in the solution we will be writing the given data. So given data, what is the given data has been which is been given here? The data which is been given, first is the 20-degree. What is that 20-degree? 20-degree is basically the pressure angle. We denote it as by phi. So it will be 20-degree. Next, involute spur gear they have mentioned. Involute spur gear they have mentioned. Gears having 30-degree. So 30-degree, 30 number of teeth and 50 number of teeth. So bigger will be the gear and smaller will be the pinion. So we will be having, so I will be writing it as Tg as 50 and Tp as 30. Okay, so and the module is being given here, the M is being given as 4 mm. Okay, are in mesh. The smaller gear rotates at 1000 rpm. So which means that it will be omega 2. Omega 2 will be the smaller gear. So that will it is N2. N2 is being given. So that is 1000 rpm. So we need to find out the what we call it as the sliding velocity of at engagement and at a disengagement, and the contact ratio. So if you just observe the formulas, whether we have considered the contact ratio here. Okay, we have not considered the contact ratio here. So one more formula is there, so that we need to consider here, that is called as contact ratio. Contact ratio, already the formula is being derived. So the contact ratio is basically given as LAC upon pi m, where LAC is the length of arc of a contact, and the pi m, that m will be the module of a gear. Okay, so this is the formula you need to remember. This is also an important formula here. So next what is the thing they have asked is, they have first asked to find out the sliding velocity at engagement and at disengagement. Okay, what is the formula for sliding velocity at engagement, at disengagement? If you just observe here, the formula says that at engagement it is omega 1 plus omega 2 path of approach. Okay, and omega 1 plus omega 2 path of recess. So next, for that you require path of approach and path of recess. So if you observe here, we have this formula called as path of approach and path of recess. So what is this saying? Path of approach and path of recess. There is a formula which is been given here. Okay, so in order to do that, I have to find out these values, that is RA value and R value. So what is RA? RA is nothing but addendum radius. So what is addendum radius? If you see in the formula, whenever we used to study the game terminology, so addendum circle is the addendum radius will be the sum of the pitch circle radius and the addendum. Okay, so first, in order to do that, you have to first, once again, we have to know the addenda of gear and addenda of wheel. Okay, so we have to slowly solve this particular problem. So I'll solve this. So first and the foremost thing is, this is what we call it as the smaller wheel, which is if we consider it as a number 2 here. So if you draw a small gear here, this is a gear and this is coming in engagement with the a smaller gear. Okay, so what they have told is, this is G and this is pinion. Okay, so they have given what we call it as the number of teeth on gear 1 and number of teeth on gear 2. So gear 1, it is 50 here and this is 30. Okay, so if I consider this as first gear and this as second gear, okay, or you can vice versa, however you want. So this is rotating at 100 rpm. So I can calculate the angular velocity of this gear, so which is given as omega 2 is 2 pi n by 60. 2 pi n by 60. So if you solve it by 2 pi n by 60, so I'll be getting it as 104.7 radians per second. 104.7 radians per second. So this is the omega 2 value. So through this I can find out the value of omega 1. Omega 1. So which means that if I take the relationship which we have discussed here in the previous one, so this is the relationship which we had discussed, that is the diameter ratio, this is the speed ratio, this is the what we call it as the teeth ratio. So teeth ratio and diameter ratio will be same here. Okay, so this is the speed ratio. You can write it as omega 2 by omega 1 or omega p by omega 1, like this we can write it. Okay, so first and the foremost thing is, so we have to take the teeth ratio. So teeth ratio will be, if I take Tg upon Tp, Tg upon Tp, okay, Tg upon Tp you can take, it will be inversely proportional. So Tp is what? It is the second gear, so you can write it as T1 by T2 as, okay, T1 by T2, it is nothing but Tg by Tp, which will be equal to omega 2 upon omega 1, omega 2 upon omega 1. Okay, so is it right? Omega 2 upon omega 1. So what we require is, we require the value of omega 1 here. We require the value of omega 1. So what I'll do is I'll reverse them. So it is nothing but omega 1 by omega 2 is nothing but Tp by Tg. Tp by Tg. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll take omega 1 here. So omega 1 is nothing but Tp by Tg into omega 2 into omega 2. So which is what here? Tp is 30 here, the teeth on pinion, Tg is 50, omega 2 which we have got is 104.7 radians per second. So if you solve that, so we will be getting omega 2 as omega 1 as 62.82 radians per second. 62.82 radians per second. So this will be omega 1, which is nothing but the gear. Okay, So this is omega 2, it is nothing but the pinion. Should not get confused. Okay. So next we got omega 1 here. So next what we need to find out is, we need to find out the, here if you just observe, we need to first find out the value of Ra. So what is Ra here? So addenda here, in order to find out the value of Ra, I have to find out addenda of pinion. So addenda of pinion and addenda of gear you have to find out. So addenda of pinion, we have to find out that. So what is addenda of pinion formula? It is nothing but module into number of teeth divided by 2 into 1 plus Tg by Tp into Tg by Tp plus 2 sine square phi, okay, 1 by 2, that is root, that will be the root here, okay, that will be the root from this end to this end, it will be the root minus 1. Okay, so now if you see here, so what all the things you have to know, you will be knowing it. You will be knowing the module here, that is m here, 4. Number of teeth on pinion you know, that is 30 by 2. Okay, so into 1 plus 50 divided by 30 into 50 divided by 30 plus 2 sine square, what is the pressure angle? It is 20. This will be 1 by 2 minus 1. So if you solve this, what you will be getting here is, so you will be getting 18.57. Okay, the addenda of this pinion will be 18.57 mm. 18.57 mm. So similarly, you have to find out the addenda of gear, or you can call it as wheel. So it will be m upon Tg by 2 into 1 plus 1 plus Tp by Tg into Tp by Tg plus 2 sine square phi 1 by 2 minus 1. So if you substitute this, so what you will be getting, 4 into 50 divided by 2 into 1 plus 30 divided by 50 into 30 divided by 50 plus 2 sine square 20 raised to 1 by 2 minus 1. Okay, so you will be getting the solution as 8.74 mm. 8.74 mm. So next you have to find out the radius of addendum. Okay, so addendum radius and dedendum radius. In order to find out the radius of addendum, you require, what we require is, we require the pitch circle radius. So pitch circle radius, if you see the formula here, okay, the pitch circle radius, if you see the formula here, so we have taken this formula, r is equal to mt by 2. So there will be two pitch circles here, one will be pitch circle on pinion and one will be pitch circle on gear. So if I want to find out pitch circle radius, pitch circle radius of pinion, so that is rp. So I'll call it as rp. So if I want to find out rp, so smaller gear will be having the letter small r, bigger gear will be, radius will be having the r, capital R. Okay, so pitch circle radius rp is basically given as module into number of teeth on pinion divided by 2, so which is equal to, what is the module here? Module is 4, number of teeth is 30 divided by 2 should be equal to 60. So this will be 60 mm. So pitch circle radius of a pinion is 60 mm. So what will be the addendum radius? So radius of addendum of pinion, so which is given as RP, sorry, RA, which is given as RA, is equal to RP, that is the pitch circle, plus addendum, addenda of pinion, okay. So RP is how much? 60, is how much? 60 plus, so if you just observe here, we have calculated the addenda of pinion, which is 18.57. So we will be writing that as 18.57 should be equal to 78.57 mm. So we have got the radius of addendum. Next what we will do is same you have to follow for the gear also. So pitch circle radius, of gear, so which will write it as Rg, it is m into Tg divided by 2, so which will be 4 into 50 divided by 2, so this will be 100 mm. So next, if I want to find out the radius, okay, the radius of addendum of gear is basically given as R, it will be capital R, RA, which will be equal to, we have to write it as, this is as Rg plus addenda gear, which we have calculated. Rg is how much? 100 plus, if you observe here, addenda of gear is 8.74, so plus 8.74, so you will be getting it as 108.74 mm. 108.74 mm. So now you got RA here. So if you just observe the formula here, if I want to find out the length of approach, so what exactly we are finding out is, we are trying to find out the sliding velocity at engagement and at disengagement. So at engagement it is omega 1 plus omega 2 path of approach, path of recess. So in order to do that, we are calculating these RA values. So first is path of approach we have to calculate. So we'll write it as the path of approach, which is equal to, which is given as capital RA square, R square cos square phi, okay, raised to half minus R sin phi, So this is approach here. So you have already calculated approach. So capital R resembles the gear, small r resembles the pinion, okay. So capital R means we will be calculating the value of the bigger gear here, approach, so which will be equal to 108.74 square minus, what is the other value? It is 100 square cos square, it is 20 degree into 1 by 2 minus 100 sin 20. So if you solve this, you will be getting the value as 20.52 mm. 20.52 mm. So next will be the path of recess, okay, path of recess. So path of recess, okay, path of recess, which will be equal to, so we have to go for a pinion side here. Now same formula with pinion side, so that will be RA square minus r square cos square phi raised to 1 by 2 minus r sin phi. Okay, so Ra will be your addendum radius of pinion. So if you have already calculated here, so this will be 78.57 Ra and small r will be 60. Okay, so you can write it as 78.57 square minus 60 square cos square 20 degree cos 20 square raised to 1 by 2 minus 60 sin 20. Okay, 60 sin 20. So you can write it here as what will be the value here? It will be 34.20 mm. Okay, so you can also find out the length of path of contact here, which will be the addition of these two. Okay, so length of path of contact, which is nothing but it is so if you write it as this PL as the approach and KP as the recess, so it will be PL plus KP. So what you will be getting here is 20.52 plus 34.20. So we will be getting it as the value will be how much? 54.72. So this will be 54.72 mm. So why exactly I am finding out the length of path of contact is, in the second bit they have asked in the problem the contact ratio. So what is the formula for contact ratio which we have written? It is length of arc of contact divided by pi into module. So if I go with length of arc of contact, so length of arc of contact is nothing but length of point of point of contact divided by cos phi. So you can easily now find out length of arc of contact here. So length of arc of contact, LAC, which is given as LAC is nothing but LPC divided by cos phi. So LPC is how much? 54.72 divided by cos 20. So we will be getting it as how much we are getting? So okay, we'll keep it as it is. Okay, we'll keep it. I will keep it as it is, or we can write the values here. So we'll keep it as it is. What we'll be doing is later we'll be substituting directly into the module there, so that we'll be getting the solution. So if I can write it here, what is contact ratio? If you just observe here, the contact ratio. So contact ratio is nothing but length of arc of contact divided by, so if you see the formula, length of arc of contact divided by pi into m. So length of arc of contact was given as 54.72. So it will be 54.72 divided by 4 pi, m is 4 pi cos 20. So what you will be getting here is, you will be getting 4.63 or is equal to 5. See, a contact ratio can be also written as number of teeths. Here. Sorry, it can be written it as pitch circle, number of teeth. So minimum number of teeth it is. Okay, it is minimum number of teeth. So we don't require that now. So already we have found out the contact ratio here. So now we have found out the contact ratio. Next, the first thing we have already studied, which is has to be found out, is the sliding velocity of engagement and at a disengagement of pair of a teeth. Okay, so sliding velocity we have to find out. So what is that sliding velocity? So sliding velocity at engagement is basically given as omega 1 plus omega 2 into PL, that is point of approach. Okay, you can call it as PL. Engagement will be PL. So what is that? Omega 1 is how much we have got? Omega 1 is 62.82 plus omega 2 we have calculated as 104.7 into PL we had got it as 20 point. So if you observe here, 20.52. So we'll be getting it as so as 20.52 was in mm. Okay, so I hope it is in mm. So mm. So if you solve this and convert it in centimeter, so we'll be getting it as 343.75 centimeters per second. So similarly, if you find out the sliding velocity at disengagement, okay, at disengagement, so what we'll be getting it is, we'll be getting it as omega 1 plus omega 2 into kp. Kp is the path of recess. So same thing, so 62.82 plus 104.7, kp is how much we got? 34.20. so 34.20 you have to multiply here. So we'll be getting it as 572.92 centimeter per second. So this is how we need to solve this particular problem. Because of this contact ratio and sliding velocity, we have to solve different parameters to reach to this particular ratio here. Length of arc of contact, if you just observe here, this is length of arc of contact and sliding velocity. Because they have asked path of approach and path of recess, so path of approach and path of recess, we need to find out the addendum radius, pitch circle radius for both gear and pinion. Okay, so for that we need to solve this complete problem. Okay, so we'll see you the next problem where once again the same approach has to be done. We'll be solving the one more problem.